A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Folks, this is another edition of A Chat with Glendora, and we are featuring happy happenings. And you know, March is a very interesting month, isn't it? You have the Ides of March, and then you know that spring is going to come, and you know that St. Patrick's Day is going to come. It's also the middle of Lent. Why, there's all kinds of things going on in March. Stephanie, did you go to the St. Patrick's Day parade in Manhattan?
Oh, no.
No.
Did you?
No. What's the rest of the happy happenings on March the 17th, Monday?
So we have Malto Meal, new Bible passage, new hymn, Feed Jasper Kitty, Cheer Up Roseanne, Cheer Up Suzanne, Oklahoma trip recovery, Walmart order coming at 3 p.m., 42 degrees, and the last week of winter. And that's it for the happy happenings for the 17th.
So now we go to March 18, Tuesday.
Yes.
And we're getting closer and closer to spring.
Uh-oh.
Well, dear people, Stephanie and Glendora had pretty bad record in operating the smartphone and in uploading to the YouTube, and I apologize to you. We're going to try to set it up correctly, and let's see if we can't do justice to you. And this is Amy, our dear Amy, and she's going to read to you the happy happenings of Wednesday, March the 19th. And if some of them are repeated, just bear with it, folks. Until we make the connection.
So, happy happenings for March 19th, Wednesday. Expensive cat treats. Jasper Cat likes vegan kibble. Article for advertiser. 50 pounds of deer food. It's a step above molasses corn. Van Auken, no response.
That bothers me, Noreen.
Brian Erskine.
Noreen Van Auken, yeah.
April, day and night, all over the world. Pat Brady. Sandy's wrist. Roseanne's arm.
We did a good job cheering her up, honey. She tripped over a rug in the office. You know what was happening? She went forward with her left foot, and then she brought her right foot to go forward, and her right foot was stopped by this knot in the rug, and that threw her off balance, and she crashed to the floor and broke her arm.
Wow. Jim Talbot in Beverly Hills School Board. Chop suey. Cupola big postcard. Clean the bathroom. Veg news, how an expectant mother should eat healthy. Pre-eclampsia, how to lower your risk of it. Charge the knee brace.
You can see all of those articles on the Veg News website.
Amy kitchen cupboards. Amy sweep. Glen dry. Happy happenings for Thursday, March 20th. Clean the stove.
Good for you, Stephanie.
Fed the birds.
I offered to buy Stephanie new collars for the stove burners. She didn't think we needed them. What do you think?
I think she's right. I don't think we need them.
Okay.
Ship's cabin, A+. Chop suey. Rescued the plants. Two kitties and a dog. Soul to soul, ready for Saturday. No new emails in September 2023. Need Bradley to fill out application. $50 for Jim Clark. $25 Madeline. Expenses to Wayne. Walmart order. Baked beans. Catnip. Consoled Suzanne. Letter out. Notice of litigation.
It went out, folks, and it went out certified mail. And the certified mail, the computer said that it was received at 3:15 p.m. Friday, yesterday. And the post office has a certificate of mailing. It tells you when a piece of mail went out and where it was going. So we have that we have proof that we mailed it by regular mail. And this is a notice of litigation. We are giving the owners of the property a month to settle this matter out of court and to leave the tenants alone and let them enjoy their warranty of habitability. So and if they don't, we're going to sue them for $25,000. We're suing the property owner for $25,000. Helping of
Walmart order.
Yes.
Baked beans.
Yes.
Patrick Hospital tests.
What's that, honey?
Patrick Hospital tests.
Okay. That's at the VA hospital.
Stephanie ready to take $500 out of limbo. Stephanie makes life so sweet. $12.50. Morrell said thank you. Two kitties and a dog has 180 views.
Wow.
Pat, no honest wait. Salad coming Friday. Sandy received birdseed. Andrew received 2 lollipops. Sandy and Andrew delivered the deer food.
I tasted that deer food. It's I don't know what you call it. They make it into little pieces. And I tasted it, the deer food, and it's very tasty. And I can see that it's good for them.
2 kitties and a dog. Wayne in Massachusetts. April in North Carolina. Glendora, New York 1. Stephanie, New York 2.
It's an interesting program. We have Massachusetts talking to North Carolina talking to New York 1, New York 1 talking to New York 2, New York 2 talking to Massachusetts. I don't know anybody else who's doing this. I think it's really neat. Check it out on YouTube, folks. And check it out on Facebook and Twitter, X.
Mario did appear. Django and Kenzie.
A cat.
North Carolina read complimentary letters. Wayne read. Wayne red wagon again. Glen about 6,000 miles. 22 minutes.
And he's feeling much better today.
Spring, March 20th at 10:30 a.m. Then we move on to Happy Happenings of Friday, March 21st. Mateau's Cats on email. ACM Boston Conference. 2 Kitties and a Dog has 180 views. The Universe Kaleidoscope has 166 views.
The most views we ever got on any one program in one day was 1,500. That was years ago.
Wanted another April. It happened. It is Stephanie. She is better than April. Jackie Schulman, 54th anniversary.
Good for them.
Garger Cell. Erica Bradley. Veg News Serotonin. Veg News Egg Alternatives. Little Debbie's. Franklin Newspaper.
Little Debbie is made by Seventh-day Adventists. I wonder if their cakes are all vegan. No animal products.
Avery Nescentia.
Yeah.
Franklin articles copy to April.
And Amy, Nescentia has not sent those.
Hearing aids?
They haven't sent them yet, honey. And they haven't sent the diapers that are extra large.
Well, see, the hearing aids, from what I understand, they're from a third party. So maybe it's not Nescentia. Maybe it's whatever company they're going through to get the hearing aids is the one that's not, communicating properly.
Right, but Nescentia has the ultimate responsibility of getting the gunny.
Night table. Swept the floor. Cleaned the kitchen sink. Washed the dishes. Good deeds. In mail. Compost pail. Set the night table. Set the alarm cube clock. Dumpster. Glenn to bed early. Fed the birds. Articles to April. Franklin newspaper articles. Think folder 1. No advertiser.
And spring came at 5 o'clock, 5:01 a.m., Thursday morning, the 20th. And it's when the center of the earth, I think, passes the equator, and then the light
Excuse me.
The light is straight up and down, and everywhere in the earth, the nighttime equals the daytime.
Talk to Nescentia about monthly visit and about the hearing aids. Scrub the kitchen sink, clean the table and the kitchen counters. And that's it for Happy Happenings.
That's it. And how many minutes is that?
We are at 12 minutes right now.
Helping others, you'll enjoy it. Satisfaction guaranteed. We got rid of the ego. Selfishness is not allowed. We want you to have it. Peace that passes understanding. Helping others, you'll enjoy it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Amy, is there anything that you want to announce?
No thank you. Do you want to tell them about your friend Patrick Teft?
Oh, I do. Thank you, Amy. Patrick Teft. As a little boy, he watched the SS Gondor, and he was a good fan. And on Wednesday, folks, he went to heaven. It was cancer. And I believe his age was 77. Yes, that would be just about right. because he would have watched the chapel, the SS Glendora, in 1955 and 1956, when he was 7 or 8 years old. God bless Patrick Teff and his wife BJ. Amen. Thank you, Tammy. Anything else?
I don't think so, unless you want to tell them about anything new about Sandy or Pat.
Sandy's wrist still pains. She fell on the ice 2 months ago and it still pains. And it chipped and it came apart.
Do you want to tell them about Lisa McGee and her knee?
Yes. Lisa McGee, Tuesday, is going to the doctor's office, and she's going to have her entire knee joint taken out and the top of the femur, the leg bone, going to be cut off. And then a new top is going to be put on the leg bone, and then an artificial knee is going to be installed. And that's all going to be done in the doctor's office, and she's going to walk in and walk out. She can't come over to see you for 2 weeks because she can't drive. She can, but they don't think it's safe for her to drive. So we won't be seeing Charlie Dog for 2 weeks. Well, Amy, thank you for reminding me of all those things.
You're welcome.
A man was arrested for not paying his bill at a donut shop. He was charged with impersonating a police officer. And folks, the sign in the restaurant window said, "Don't make fun of our coffee. Someday you'll be old and weak too." All right, everybody. Grace and peace unto you. And remember that the easiest way to look at God is, remember God's second name is love. And what you're really looking at is love. And you know that love never fails. Love always succeeds. And you've known what love is since you were in your mother's arms. Remember, God is love. Look at God as love. Bye-bye.
Glendora, are you ready?
Oh, always.
Oh, good. All right. You're on.
Okay.
I'm on what?
She said you're on now. You know.
Oh, hi there, folks. How are you tonight? How are you tonight, folks?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, you sound good. Start with Tracy and go around the room and tell me your name.
Okay, Tracy.
John.
Kathy.
Fran.
Sue. Mary Ellen.
Phil. Dave. Your old friend Michael.
Your old friend Michael, he said.
Who want to know you're here?
Oh, I think that's so nice to know your names. Folks, what do you call fake spaghetti?
Fake spaghetti.
The green in pasta.
Appointed general manager.
And the woman was so happy, she said to her girlfriend, "My son has just been made general manager of his company." And the woman, her friend, said, "Oh, you must be so proud of him." And mother said, "Not really. He started out as president."
Camp Grandma.
Are you getting ready for summer camp? And do you know that the most reliable and the least expensive summer camp is called Camp Grandma?
Yeah.
Yes. That's for sure.
Turn off ignition.
Do you know how you can cut down the expense of commuting to work? You get on the interstate and you turn off the ignition, and the rest of the cars push you to work.
Baby shoe.
Why was the baby shoe crying? His mother was a sneak and his daddy was a loafer.
Brighten home.
Teenagers brighten a home. They never turn out the lights.
Sermon too long.
The daddy said the sermon was too long. The mummy said the choir was flat. And the little daughter said, I thought it was a pretty good show for a dime.
Haircut Rome.
The barber said to his customer, where are you going on your vacation? And the young man says, well, I'm going to Rome. The barber says, you won't like Rome. The beds are hard. The food is no good. And you will never get to see the Pope. Well, the young man was disheartened. But he decided to go anyway. And when he got back, the barber says, where did you go on your vacation? And he said, I went to Rome. The beds were very comfortable, the food was delicious, and I did get to see the Pope. The barber says, you got to see the Pope? What did the Pope say to you? Well, he pat me on the head 3 times, and then he says, where did you get that haircut?
Play golf on Sunday.
Father, is it a sin for me to play golf on Sunday? And the priest said, son, I have seen you play golf, and it's a sin for you to play golf any day of the week.
Coal mine.
The coal mine foreman hired an Italian man and an Irish man and a Chinese man to work in the mine. And he said to the Irish man, your job is to bring out the big chunks of coal. And he said to the Italian man, your job is to cut off the coal into small pieces. And he said to the Chinese man, I'm putting you in charge of supplies. Late in the afternoon, the foreman came back. The Irish man had done his work. The Italian man had done his work. Well, where's the Chinese planting? Well, we don't know. We haven't seen him all day. So the foreman goes into the deep, dark mine, and he's going down a long, narrow corridor, and the Chinese man jumped out and said, supplies!
Caddy.
The chief executive officer on the golf course said, caddy, why do you keep looking at your watch? And the caddy says, oh, no, sir, this isn't a watch, it's a compass.
Broken ankle.
No, don't you see that that's crossed out?
Yeah.
Amy reads the ones that are crossed out and then leaves the other ones.
Famous author.
The famous author was asked, what do you consider your greatest work of fiction? And he said, my income tax form.
Boarding house.
What happened, folks, when the boarding house blew up? The rumors began to fly.
Man dyeing cookies.
A man was very close to dying, and everybody knew that he didn't have much time left. But he was at home. He was not in a nursing facility. And his wife baked a batch of cookies. And he reached over and he took 2. And she says, don't eat those. I need them for the funeral.
That's all the jokes on the list, Glendora.
Well, then we'll just have to give you another list. Here's another. Do you have another list, honey?
Yep, I got all the lists right here.
What's the delay, Amy?
That's all the ones on the list. Let's see. Maybe we can find another one here. Rare book.
A rare book. You people at the library, do you know what a rare book is? It's a book you loan a person and that person returns it to you.
Wave to a friend.
Oh, here's some friendly advice. If you were at an auction, never wave to a friend. And Diane, her daddy did that. He was at an auction and he waved at a friend and he had to take home a piano. He had to pay $1 for it.
Misers.
Misers are no fun to live with, folks, but they make grand ancestors.
Think alike.
No two people think alike until it comes to wedding presents.
3 ways to wear their hair.
Men have 3 ways to wear their hair: parted, deep parted, and unparted. I really said that backwards, folks. Men have 3 ways to wear their hair: parted, unparted, and deep parted.
Get along without.
The boss said to one of the employees, it's going to be hard to get along without you, but tomorrow we're going to start trying.
One big happy.
The boss runs the business like one big happy family. Right, he hires all of his relatives.
Die alphabetical.
Next one, honey.
Let's see. Too late to agree.
No, next one.
Over 300 years.
There was a tourist group going through Europe, and they were looking at a building, a structure that hadn't been touched for 300 years. The guide said not a nail has been turned, not a shingle has been changed. And one American said to the other American, they must have the same landlord we do.
All right, that's all the time we have, Glendora.
And in spite of what you read in the newspapers, everybody, people do not die in alphabetical order. And your last joke for the evening is Adam is talking to God, and he says, God, I can't do all this alone. I need a partner. I need a wife. I can't get up in the morning and roll up this tent and walk over the hot desert and carry it, and then make supper at night and do all the dishes. I need a wife. I need a helper. And God says, that will cost you an arm and a leg. And Adam said, how about a rib?